Welcome to the Penny Bloom Podcast. Ain't another place that has got more bombast. Romp past your mom, dads, listening to Tomcats, talking everything that make you sad. We don't want that. We're here to make you smile. Put your mind at ease. Peace, love, and bloom, and always praise Keanu Reeves. This what we about. This some weeding now. We'll talk until we can't no more, and then we peacing out. Alright, let's go. Penny Bloom Podcast. It's the Penny Bloom Podcast. Penny Bloom Podcast. It's the Penny Bloom Podcast. Penny Bloom Podcast. Penny Bloom Podcast. Hello, everybody, and welcome in to the 86th episode of the Penny Bloom Podcast. The 86th episode of the Penny Bloom Podcast, and we are talking The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Episode 4, The World is Watching. Nice little callback to a line from Black Panther. I liked that a lot. I'm joined by Tillman McClooney. What's up, homie?
Happy to be here. I'm doing all right. Just trying to get these last couple of weeks of school ready to quit, but going strong.
Absolutely, absolutely. I feel you. I'm also joined by Joseph George. What's up?
What's up, man? This is going to be a spicy one.
It is a spicy one. It is a spicy one. We are also joined by Miles motherfucking Buttress. What's up?
Not much, man. I'm just on the same page as Tillman, and man, you said 86 episodes?
86 episodes of the Penny Bloom Podcast.
I really thought for a minute you were saying this was 86 episodes of our part of the podcast, and I was like, there's no way we filmed 86 of these.
We're in the 30s, I think, which is kind of wild. We've recorded a lot of podcasts together.
Look at us.
But yeah, 86 episodes of the Penny Bloom Podcast. We are here to talk Falcon and Winter Soldier, Episode 4, The World is Watching, and fuck.
Fuck's right. That's right. Yeah,
fuck. I mean, dude, I was shaken to my core for a good 30 minutes afterwards. Couldn't stop thinking about it, was kind of short of breath. It made my anxiety run through the roof. This was the most brutal thing that the MCU has ever done. Far and away, right?
Oh, yeah. We've never seen anything close to that, even close to as brutal as that ending.
Well, it's pretty brutal to wipe out literally half of the universe, I'd say.
No, I mean the most gruesome act to see.
Gotcha.
We saw half the universe die, but they died they just kind of
peaceful-ish way.
Just kind of floated away into dust. It's not like Thanos went to every single individual that he killed and just smashed their skull in with the gauntlet.
For me, this was like watching Game of Thrones when Stannis burns his daughter at the stake, bro. This was oh my fucking god!
Spoiler alert! I ain't seen it yet.
Stop.
It's been out for too
long. You ain't even gonna remember I said that.
I'm gonna remember now. Now you said I'm gonna look forward to it.
Also, that's the third of 8 seasons.
True.
It's a big show. It's a big show. A lot going on. But
I don't care. Okay, but go ahead.
It just left you fucking like that.
Jaw dropped. My jaw was dropped for I'd say at least 30 seconds before I realized it was dropped.
Well, it wasn't that bad.
No, I'm just saying I was just in shock. I don't know. I just couldn't I could believe a character he would do it. But I just didn't think they'd bring him to do it on the show. I didn't actually think this is the route they were going to take. Because, I don't know. This is, pretty big. The route that they have to take now, I mean, there's not many routes left,
Yeah.
So.
This guy's evil now, right?
I'm kind of disappointed. I really wanted them to show, him, because they kind of talked about how, painful it was whenever they got the, the super serum injection. I was really hoping we'd see a scene of him mid-fight inject it and then fight through the pain or something like that, and it not just be oh, I injected it off screen.
I don't know. I kind of liked,
and I'm just roided up to the max.
I kind of liked this version better.
I liked it because they kept kind of alluding to it. It didn't really hit you in the face. He threw his shield into the wall, the concrete wall, and unless you really thought about that for a second,
you didn't like think anything of it. Like I didn't anyway. Like
I
for a
feel
second.
Yes, you wouldn't think anything of it, but like him going and pulling it out, and as he's pulling it out, he's like twitching as he's pulling it out. I was like, oh, he's fucked.
Yeah,
Dude,
I was like, that guy's fucked up.
Whenever it went into the wall, I said, there's no way this dude's not juiced up. I literally, like, it from that moment, I'm like, this dude is juicing up. There's no human on the planet that can throw a metal frisbee that fast.
Well, I mean, he took the super serum.
I don't know. You've never seen my arm, Joseph.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, from that point on, I'm like, this dude is juicing.
Yeah, he's officially off the super serum, you know? And, you know, they say it just makes you more yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And,
cool.
I don't know if that's a good thing.
It's cool backstory, though. You know, how they were talking about his 3 purple hearts or whatever, and, like, how they, in reality, the stuff that went down, you know, was probably not as
It's a serious commentary on sort of militarism, you know, like who we idolize as heroes. Did they necessarily do good things? Like,
and even if they did do good things, he kind of, as he said, like those 3 the 3 purple hearts that he got for the worst day of his life. Even if he did a good thing or a bad thing, that day was still hell for him.
The question is, out of that conversation that the background that we've learned on Battlestar, Rest in Peace, and New Cap, like, does this make him evil now? Is he just another gray area villain? Is he even a villain at all? Or, like, will he break down? Or, you know, like, what do you think?
Oh, he's already a villain. He's made the transfer over. But I mean, the thing is like public perception is kind of everything. Like, this was an unarmed man that he beat to death in the street with Captain America's shield, which doesn't necessarily scream good.
Yeah, scream, I'm a good guy.
He's a terrorist.
I think Sam and Bucky are officially gonna get that shield now. Like, that's that for them.
Yeah. I still think, as much as I hate it, and you know, I mean, they do write, like, they're writing his character for you to hate him. They're not doing him any favors. I do think that they're gonna pull it back, and they're gonna try and have him be like a real character and not just like a punching bag for, you know, everyone's hatred. And like move fully into like the U.S. agent and have like kind of a redemption arc without it being like a true redemption arc where he's trying to like fix the mistakes that he's made, and the mistake being him murdering someone in the street in full view of the public.
I officially don't think he makes it out of this series alive.
I think next episode
he dies in the finale.
I'm 50-50. I am 50% of me wants to believe that he will himself next episode be like, I've gone too far. I don't deserve this shield. He will give it up willingly on his own. That's 50% of my mind.
There's already been like a trailer released where like it is already not going to be like that.
Oh, really?
He does
I
not.
haven't watched any of the trailers.
Yeah, no, he's not going to give it up willingly.
But that's like 50% of me. 50% of me is like still holding on and saying like he'll do the right thing in the situation on his own. But the other 50% of me is I want Bucky to go up to him and then crush his head like a watermelon. So that's where I'm at right now. That's where I'm at.
I'm going to temper my expectations because yes, I fully want him to like lose the shield and I like in my mind I'm thinking he's going to lose the shield, and I agree with you, Colton. I don't think he's going to make it out of this alive. But because of WandaVision, I'm going to go with they're not going to do what I want, and they're going to keep him alive.
There's going to be a boner joke in here somewhere. We're getting a boner joke in the show somewhere. Probably.
I swear, if they throw in a boner joke. Actually, thinking about that, did you guys see? Apparently, Evan Peters, is that his name?
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, there was like a picture of him or something on like location where they're filming Doctor Strange.
Fuck off.
I don't know if I saw like what I saw was real, but I saw something that said that he was like caught on location where they're filming Doctor Strange, and I was like, no fucking way they continue this boner joke outside of this.
No, bro. I hope they keep him on. Like he's just something. Like Ralph Boner gets some sort of power. You know. I think that would be outstanding. Tillman, I want to hear your thoughts on where you think John Walker's story is headed.
I definitely think, he's going to go on a little rampage, just like, he's going to get straight to business, be like, I don't care, fuck everybody, because, my homie died. And, I'm actually...
His good conscience died.
His good conscience died. His angel on his shoulder, the person who kept him sane and intact. Every time he bursted out with some type of fury or something, Battlestar was right there just like, hey, man, let's hear him out. And he was like, you know what? You're right. Thanks.
Battlestar was his rock, or Battlestar was the rock.
It was his companion. And I mean, it's safe to say that I can't be too mad at John, because I know that John supports Black Lives Matter now. After Battlestar died like that, and you see the fury he went into, that's what we need out there on those streets. So I'm excited to see the fury and the
retaliation.
That's your take from this?
Against the man who didn't murder?
That's your take from this? That is the biggest off-wall take I've ever. Even for me, that's rough. I don't know. That's a rough take.
In recent events, I just came to my mind naturally. I was like, this man went all out for his homie. Like,
I guess you're a glass half full person, because if you can pick a positive out of the situation that happened, more power to you. But I literally just say net negative.
Yes. I'm optimistic, but I know he's about to do some things. I know, like I said, that's why I started off with saying I know he's about to go out on a fury and do things. But as of right now, he hasn't hurt anybody that we know, anybody we love. He hasn't gone against the good guys. Like I said, I think he's going to get straight down to business. But I think he will end up hurting good people and just being like I said, he's going to come with the mentality to screw everything.
He just brutally beat a man to death who was unarmed and not able to fight back.
That's a super soldier, so how unarmed are you ever really as a super soldier?
Miles,
I don't want to hear y'all justifying the death of an unarmed man at the hands of a U.S. military agent overseas, okay?
I think the saddest part about the whole thing...
Osama bin Laden was unarmed.
No, he had his wife in front of him and an AK behind him. So they popped him in the forehead.
I don't think you're winning this argument.
Osama bin Laden was unarmed and he was kidnapped and dropped into the ocean.
Anyway, I think the saddest part of this altercation is the dude that died spilled his heart out for Cap to Carly right before he died. Like, he's like, yeah, I was a Cap fan. Like, looked up to him. Like, he's a pretty cool guy. And then just
gets his skull smashed in by Cap's shield.
The last thing he saw was the shield coming down on him.
Yeah.
Damn.
Bro, and that shot of him holding the bloody shield above his
No,
body.
It was a great shot.
Great shot.
Oh,
that was
a
good.
phenomenal
It's gonna be
shot.
a wallpaper.
Jesus Christ, it was haunting.
That's what made me go Marvel. Oh wow, we're doing this. That's what we're doing this. I was like, okay,
For real. Like
that
that shield was dripping in blood.
Yeah.
It wasn't just stained.
Like, so this is the path we're taking now.
Yeah, it wasn't even a fact for me that he was beating him down with the shield, because when I was thinking about who's got their butt kicked gruesomely, I was like, Captain America: Winter Soldier. We just saw Bucky sitting there slamming his fist into Captain America's face, but like when they showed the blood shot of the shield in that shot, I was like, oh, okay, a little dark. Let's do this then,
bro. Yeah. It was real fucking dark. So we are of the opinion, like, so there is like a little bit going around that, like, what if Battlestar's not dead? Battlestar is dead, right?
Oh,
yeah.
I was just about to say, and what a disappointing death too,
bro.
Like he ran in and just got
suddenness. The sheer suddenness was just like, oh fuck. Like, and what was funny is no one there expected anyone to die, apparently. I guess, because everyone was like, oh shit, someone died in this brutal fight we're having.
Yeah. And
I think
also,
I think it's just the human versus super soldier. Like, it's showing how weak a human is versus a super soldier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, like, as soon as he died, like, I'm not going to say I wasn't mad about the fact that he died, but the fact that his name is Battlestar certainly wasn't helping out his case in my heart.
That's true.
Because every single
time, of his name in the show, though.
Yeah,
like,
every single time that he was like, my name's Battlestar, I was like, all right, I don't like you. No, gross.
Give the guy a break, man. He just died.
He was as good a guy in his position as I felt he could be. He had his flaws. I mean, because he was running alongside John Walker.
Yeah,
but
I mean, I feel like there definitely were some times that he could have been like, "Hey, John, maybe we can chill the fuck out right now. Maybe let's take a quick breather. Maybe let's see how Sam does in this little let's see how it goes talking to her.
That's what
let's not rush in and."
That pissed me off, bro. They were actually going to come to some compromise before Cap walked in.
As soon as they started to come to a compromise, I was like, oh, so he's not gonna. He's barging in. They're finding a middle ground. This is not going to be allowed.
I wasn't even mad at them. I was mad at Bucky. I mean, I'm sorry. I was just mad at Bucky. I can
kind of understand where Bucky was coming from, though.
No, forget Bucky. I can understand too, but you all talking about, I don't want to see him. I don't care about this or that. You're all like, nah, trust him. He knows what he's doing. And then you let John bully you. You let John bully you and get in your head.
But hold on. Yeah. I want to get this straight.
John got in Bucky's head?
I want to get this straight.
He said, you don't let your teammate die?
The two takeaways you've had from this episode so far is, this new Cap, he's for Black Lives Matter. We need him. And F Bucky. Those are your two takeaways from this episode.
That's all you heard. That's all you heard. You didn't hear anything else at all. But go ahead.
I don't know, man. Your Colton, takes are hot today.
No, you only heard 2 takes. I've given 5. Colton, moving on.
Nevertheless, I am fascinated by the fact that Falcon is faring even a little bit in these fights. I mean, I know he can fly a little bit, but like you said, this super soldier versus
just regular fucking dude.
Is Sam Wilson really that about it? Apparently, he be taking shots from Carly like it's nothing, right off his forearms and ankles and shit.
And maybe the fact that he's fought against super villains. Yeah. He's trained against other superheroes. He fought against. I mean, didn't do a whole lot, but fought against Thanos.
That's true. I should give Sam some more credit than I'm giving him. He's clearly about it. I mean, he's fared just as well as any other human has done in the MCU.
True. So he's doing pretty well.
Hey, get my man Isaiah out there though. Watch him work.
Apparently, we got more to come from Isaiah Bradley. That's what the some reports coming in that we're gonna be back with Isaiah at some point. Also reports that next episode will feature a cameo.
They're doing it.
They're not going to do this.
I think it's going to be Cap comes down from the moon or ship that Nick Fury's on.
From the moon?
Because he's still alive. He hasn't died yet.
It's been leaked that it is a character we have never seen in the MCU.
I'm about to say it's not going to be Cap. Cap has no contracts anymore.
I want a Cap and Isaiah moment, and then Cap is like, I was talking about Steve Cap, our Cap that we know.
Who's going to play?
Not this fake Cap bitch boy.
Who's going to play?
Anyways, he's going to say, I'm on my way out, I'm dying. And this person is just as good as me. He will lead you guys now, and he will be your advisor. Maybe that's the role that, is it Isaiah or Isaac? I was getting
Isaiah.
Isaiah. I think that's the role Isaiah will take. It's even though it's kind of against every fiber in his being, because he's basically just fuck anybody right now. Rightfully so.
Anybody fucking with the U.S. government for sure.
Yeah. I don't know. Do you think if Steve were to be hey, I want you to lead these people?
Well, that's the thing too, is that Steve doesn't know this guy.
Yeah, I don't know that Steve's opinion is going to hold a whole lot of sway over Isaiah.
I'm just who's going to play Steve? Who?
Well, Steve's not showing up. I mean, I just don't think he's showing up.
I don't think he is.
Maybe the cameo was Joe Biden, because Joe Biden looks so much like old Steve.
Joe Biden could play a Steve low-key, but it just can't be the other guy because
True.
His contract is gone.
But I have speculation that it is the Power Broker, because we have not seen the Power Broker. It's a character we have not seen.
No, we already know that, Sharon.
Nope, I'm staying on the other side of that.
I heard some scuttlebutt that it could be Wilson Fisk, the Kingpin.
Oh, fuck. Okay, I was like, why does that name sound so familiar?
Yeah, I know. I was right there with you. That would be interesting.
Yeah, I want to apologize for saying that we would never hear about the Power Broker again. I was obviously wrong.
Well, I was right there. I was kind of with you. What was so fascinating is that he was mentioned like once in the first 2 episodes, which is just like so. They were mentioned once in the first 2 episodes, which is just so weird because they seem to be emerging as this clear, very large power.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm very excited to figure out who it is. But yeah, I'm excited for this next episode because we're gonna see someone we haven't seen before, and I'm ready for that.
But we definitely know that Sharon has ulterior motives. Just to
How
maybe this cameo is Mephisto.
How the fuck does Sharon have access to satellites?
Because she's the power broker.
She's working
I've
with
been on this since like the 2nd episode, and I'm not letting it go now.
Why doesn't Sam go, Sharon? How do you have access to satellites?
Because Sam's
just like, damn,
are you kidding me?
Right.
Sam and Bucky are both, I feel like they're really smart, but they're both kind of idiots. And I feel like they're both just going to be like, oh, you have satellites? Sweet, dude.
Dude, they're just trusting Sharon like crazy.
Yeah.
No, you have no reason. You have given her no reason to even fuck with you a little bit, you know?
Yeah, to completely backstab you in the end. She has all the reason in the world, and you guys are just like, satellite? Sweet.
I mean, she did save the world. They did save the world.
Yeah, they saved the world, but shit.
You would think these people would be held to higher esteem.
And if she didn't get blipped away, imagine what she could have been doing for 8 fucking years in Madripoor.
Damn.
As I said, she's the power broker.
Dude, you would think the Avengers or anyone who fought against Thanos' army would, like, literally be celebrities in the world. Like, you would think they'd be, like, a little higher. I don't know. Like,
then
don't you think, like, we'd celebrate these people? Like,
they'd be more A-list?
Yeah, I think, like.
Well, I think, like, who are you talking about? Like,
every
Sharon?
single one of them that was in that battle should be an A-list, or like you should literally be.
I mean, I feel like none of like there's going to be like the A-list, like the Thors, the Iron Mans, the Captain Americas, and then you're going to have like lots of B-list, like
government
the Buckies.
agents.
Yeah, like the Buckies, the Sams are going to be like they're going to be pretty close to A-list, but they're still going to be B-list because like people who know stuff, like who follow the Avengers, are going to know who they are, but people who don't are going to be like, oh, you're an Avenger? That's cool.
Mm. Sad, man.
I don't know, but I am. Where's Zemo?
True.
Where's Zemo?
He pulled an El Chapo.
Yeah,
as they say, or was it an Escobar?
I'm still. It was an El Chapo. Yeah,
El Chapo.
I'm still holding out hope for his redemption arc. It was looking good for a bit, and then he pulled an El Chapo.
I think he heard Wakanda, goodbye.
Yeah. No, that's what it was.
He is no longer in cahoots with Sam or Bucky. I don't think I think that relationship is over. I don't know.
It was fun while it lasted, though. Zemo had some good moments this episode.
Yes.
You mean like the one with the little girl where he's like, "Those men over there, don't trust them."
No, it's the where he said, "My associate is just."
My associate is just the head, and it was the little girl. Outstanding. He had some shit to say, and he had some shit to do about it. You know, he talked about how the super serum, it creates supremacy, it breeds supremacy. Anyone who takes it naturally is going to be indoctrinated into supremacist ideals, the way the Nazis were, and then the way Ultron was, and the way some of the Avengers have been, in his opinion. Yeah. And he's like, we got to destroy the super soldiers at all costs. And, you know, I liked that moment earlier where Sam was like, okay, then what about Bucky?
Yeah. And I don't think we'll see. I think we'll see. Sorry, I'm having a brain fart. Zemo. Yeah, we'll see. I think we'll see him. We'll definitely see him again. And I think he's not going to like be on the other end of things until the very end. Because I know his ideals. He stated he was like, the world needs to be rid of super soldiers. Super soldiers do not exist. So I think he'll do everything he can to try to take down that group, the Flag
Smashers.
And I think maybe in the end he'll try to take out Bucky. Like he'll pop out.
You gotta think. We have 2 episodes left. 2 episodes left. This is the penultimate episode. Wait,
you're not betting that it's that we're gonna get a secret
penultimate.
No.
That we're gonna get a super secret 7th episode.
None of that this time. But I mean, there's a lot of stuff that's gonna happen in these next 2 episodes. A lot. Okay. Do we want to talk about the amount of super serums that were left versus, stomped? Obviously, one went to John Walker.
I think that one was the only one that survived.
But
because otherwise he would have.
Now we know how many that Carly and her gang used. Because
I'm just going based off the report he gave back to Carly when she was like, "Did you find the vials?" And he said, "Nah, they're all destroyed."
Well, no, I know that, but now we should know the number of how many super soldiers are in Carly's crew, because we saw how many they had. So we knew it started at 20. How many were destroyed? How many were in that little pack?
But did they start with 20 total, or did they steal 20?
Right, we don't know that.
That's 100%. What I'm saying. So there could be like. They could have stolen 20, and so then we won't be able to figure out how many are in her group.
So before the guy died, there were 4 total super soldiers that we know of. Is that right? Only 4?
Not a clue.
I think there's more like 6. That's my guess, is that it's more like 6 at this point. I think a couple of them have died, and I think they had for some reason the number in my head is 12. We
saw the one dude who gave up, who sacrificed himself in episode 1 or whatever, die, and we saw the poor dude get his skull smashed in. So there are 2 that are dead.
Oh yeah. Wow!
If you guys want to go back through the episodes and count all the serums and then all the soldiers that died or were standing around in the group, be my guest. Be my guest.
That's.
Yeah, I don't know how many are left, but. Even Carly was like, I don't think we have enough to win this war anymore, Yeah. And then she even lost. She lost a guy after that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm interested to see what Carly does, what she what her course of action is after this. Which she seems to think that they can't win.
What's
going to do?
Yeah.
What's that?
I was just going to say, kind of going back to what you were saying about the whole, super soldier supremacist thing, I really like that Sam, after arguing with Zemo about it, pulled it back in with whenever he was talking to Carly about it, and was like, I bet you're planning on making more, you're a supremacist, once you take that, you're going to become a supremacist. She's like, no, I'm not. I'm trying to take down supremacists. And then he hits her with I bet you're planning on making more, aren't you? And she's like, no. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck.
Or what do you think Carly's next move would be? If it's that we don't have enough of what we have to win the war, we're obviously going to need more resources. She goes to Zemo and says, "Hey, we'll help you fight this war, and then at the end we will kill ourselves. We will be the last super soldiers. And we will give ourselves to you. You can kill us once we
kill ourselves."
Yeah, I don't know that Zemo is necessarily going to get behind that.
I mean,
why not?
This is Marvel, not DC. I don't see suicide up in here.
Zemo wants every super soldier dead. We obviously know that still because he smashed every vial he could. On sight. He said, I
think he's okay with a couple. I think, kind of like he said, no, he was okay with Captain America.
I liked his dialogue about Steve Rogers.
He did kind of say,
even Zemo was like, "There's never going to be another Steve Rogers,"
Yeah, I think Zemo recognized that Captain America was a good guy, and I think he's also I don't think he's okay with Bucky, to where he's like, "Yeah, let's go, Bucky," but I think he's to the point where he's like, "All right, Bucky, I can't do anything to kill Bucky," whereas, and he's like. With Bucky, it's a known quantity what you're going to get. Whereas if he tries to team up with the other super soldiers, he doesn't know what he's going to get. And I think he would rather see them dead than see Bucky dead and then potentially have to try to convince them to kill themselves.
I guess all I'm trying to say is that Carly's going to have to make a desperate move if she wants to stay in this war. She's going to have to do something.
Maybe she turns herself over to the power broker then, in a way. Maybe
that's what we see. We see freaking who the power broker is next episode.
Sharon drawing some blood.
Are we getting the power broker next episode?
I think we are.
Or is probably going to revive Ultron, Joseph.
You never know. That's the thing. You never know, and it could happen. So it's not out of the question. So
Ultron is everywhere. He's in the shadows always.
Dude, I'm telling you guys.
Facts.
The MCU's not done with Ultron. There's no way they give him a movie and that's it. There's no way
they give him a movie almost 10 years ago. There's no way.
It's a whole movie where he is the big bad. Unbelievable.
But speaking about the serum,
he caused 11 million deaths. I mean, there's no way.
11 million. That's
not enough.
That's a piece of
Thanos caused trillions.
Yeah. I'm gonna say people who thought Zemo was gonna pick up the serum and take it. That was just funny because I was like,
dude, I thought that at first. I'm like, is he really gonna like?
Because I knew he hates him.
Okay, I in my head I was like, he's not gonna do it, but like, is he gonna do it?
It was kind of a moment of truth. It was like, is he gonna become the thing that he wants to destroy the thing? You know?
Yeah. No, I didn't think he was gonna do it, but I kind of wanted him to do it because I was like,
I was like, that'd be kind of dope, but I was like, I didn't want it to happen just because I like Zemo being about his principles. You know, I like Zemo being Zemo.
What happens if you take more than one?
You probably die.
Overdose?
Do you think?
I gotta think. You probably shouldn't take more than one.
Probably nothing good. Since it's like it almost kills most people as it is. I feel like taking 2 isn't gonna leave you in a good place.
Gotta think.
Or you're just the Hulk.
Yeah. But you heard it here first. Zemo is gonna come back, and they're all gonna take down his Flag Smashers, and then he's gonna try to take out Bucky. Because Steve Rogers is the only super soldier that he accepted.
Yeah, I didn't like the eerie silence after Sam goes, then what about Bucky? You know? I didn't like
the moving on.
I also could also take that silence as a I don't know. I feel like he has like this weird admiration for Bucky almost. I don't even know how to explain it really. It's just kind of like he was genuinely afraid of Bucky in this episode, and I don't think we've ever seen Zemo genuinely afraid.
Zemo pissed his pants. Like, he pissed his pants legitimately. Like, I fully believe that he actually pissed his pants. Like, after Bucky left and Zemo was just like, like he looked like a little child in that moment. Like, he was like, Bucky could punch me one time.
Bucky would scare the shit out of me too, though.
That's true.
What a nice guy. He still asked him if he wanted to make him some tea. Like,
would you like some cherry blossom tea?
He said, go right ahead or something like. Damn, I don't know. Bucky was intimidating. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, Sebastian Stan is a good fucking actor, as displayed in that first scene with him back in Wakanda with Io, working to deprogram himself from the Winter Soldier.
That was heavy. That was heavy.
It was such a good way to kick off the episode too. The way that he like slowly goes from like a kind of a tortured pain to like a peace for a second, he smiles and he's crying still, and it's like
it was like sad tears, but then happy tears.
It became something else. Like he became him. He became Bucky. He was fighting Bucky.
Dude, that did hit me kind of hard. I think a single tear rolled down my face.
I straight up teared up, and I was like, "Bro, it's 3 minutes into the show."
Starting out hard.
Y'all big soft. So.
Oh, come on.
It's a TV show.
Okay. Whatever. Whatever.
I'm soft. I don't give a fuck.
Dude, I've realized, I don't know if what this says about me, but like I've been crying easier. Like things I would never cry for. Like I don't think me 2 years ago would actually cry for this Bucky moment. But I did this time. And I don't know what that says about me.
You might be becoming more emotionally intelligent, actually. Believe it or not, It is not a bad thing to cry.
No, dude, it's a bad thing. Real men don't cry, Colton.
Real men don't cry.
I'm just woke now. You guys are just jealous. You guys
believe it or not, Not a bad thing to cry. I'm ready for the next episode, frankly. I want it. I need it.
Yeah.
I need it back.
I agree. We got 2 more days of nothing.
What are we going to do?
I don't know.
Cry?
Possibly.
Maybe use all that emotional intelligence from Bucky to just cry?
I'm going to do homework.
It's a possibility. But is there anything else from this episode that really stuck out to you guys?
Oh, can we just talk about how Bucky's arm can be just taken off?
Oh, yeah.
That was
pretty funny.
Bucky didn't know that could happen.
She just what? Like the fight scene where the guy just does pressure points and then just make people to where they can't fight. She just went pressure into his arm, and then it was just boop and fell off. And I was like, well, Miles, that doesn't seem fair.
Oh my god, that fight was so cool.
It was so funny.
Miles, not everybody here knows about the 8 trigrams.
Bro, the power of those soldiers is insane. And they said it too. They're like, you might want to think about before you
I love that, bro.
You might want to
first off,
chill.
Absolutely fucking hilarious that the Dora Milaje would show up, and in a country that is not America, Captain America would tell them they don't have jurisdiction here.
And no better response than her. We have jurisdiction wherever the fuck we want to have it.
Yes,
exactly. At least they're like, we're really doing this. Like we are taking jurisdiction. You can act like you don't, like you're not being imperialist, but you are.
Oh man, slam dunk, dude. The dunk of this episode was that was the slam dunk of the episode.
The slam dunk was the fact that the whole episode, it is shown how afraid John Walker is of power that is not white and male. He needs to take out Carly. He is terrified. After he fights the Dora Milaje, he's like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with me? Like he is distraught after he gets his ass handed to him by the Dora Milaje. And you know why? It's because they're the exact opposite of what he expects power to be.
Yeah, well, I was also going to just touch base when we were like, what else we were talking about, to just talk about more of the character development of John Walker in this episode. The big takeaway was, leading up to him having that serum, we saw him face defeat leading up to this episode, we saw him face defeat multiple times, him just losing on that fight outside on top of the trucks, him not getting to the prison in time when they broke out Zima or whatever. I mean, of course, he probably didn't know that they were going to break him out, but him just being behind and left behind. And then this episode, he was like, you all right, man? Battlestar's like, you all right? And he said, they weren't even super soldiers. The character development of him just getting his butt kicked over and over again. And being behind, and then him going,
I'm Captain America. This is supposed to be easy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he's necessarily thinking. I mean, he probably is thinking that a little bit, but you have to think about it. Like, he's this decorated soldier. He's probably never really lost a fight, and then became Captain America, and then has lost every single fight he's taken part in since becoming Captain America, and just gotten his ass handed to him each time.
Also, you could see it clearly throughout this episode. It's affecting him that he is doubting himself big time. Even before he loses to the Dora Milaje. Whenever Carly's upstairs talking to Sam, and he can't wait. He's like, holy fucking shit, I've got to get up there. I've got to take this woman down. I have to. And it's like, why? Chill the fuck out for a second. Think about it. Why do you have to get up there and beat the living shit out of her? I mean, obviously you have to arrest her, but the best option is Sam right now, clearly.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just gonna walk in and Carly, you're under arrest.
I thought Bucky was gonna punch the shit out of John Walker, saying
I wish you would have.
I thought it was really gonna be I'm not moving. If you want to try to move me, I will move you.
No, Joseph, you can't comment on that because when I said something about that, you just got offended and called me out for it. So
no. I was joking. It was a joke. It was a joke that you were saying F Bucky, and your other stance was freaking John Walker, the BLM symbol that we need. Like, come on, man.
You said that words in my mouth, but
setting it up. You're just setting me up. Like, I don't know. You're just setting yourself up for it. Like,
you got a whole setup in your room in front of you, man. You're setting yourself up, homie.
Well, goddamn. But yeah, fuck John Walker, like permanently for me. I think from here on in we're gonna see John Walker in a his own role, vigilante type thing. He's gonna be going after the Flag Smashers hard for killing his boy. And I think that's gonna be the rest of his storyline. I don't think it's gonna pan out for him. I think he dies.
Yep. And
at least he got a dub.
Yep.
He got one dub.
And you heard him. He said, just stay out of my way. And I think you're really going to see that now. You're really going to see that stay out of my way because now he has guns to back it up. And when I say guns, I'm talking about serum. When I'm talking about serum, I'm talking about steroids. When I'm talking about steroids, I'm talking about that good.
And he even looks at Bucky and he goes, "This must be so easy for you. All that serum through your veins."
That's what I knew. And look, like I said, I'll take my 50-50 when I said either he's already got it in him, which I was hoping that was the case already, or he was gonna find some way to get it in him. I'll take my half a point. Now, if Sharon ends up being the power broker, you guys will beat me because you all have a point. But right now, I have my half point. I'm chilling.
Bro, I liked the conversation between Lamar and John after he got possession of the serum, and he asked him if he would take it, and like without hesitation, Lamar was like, "Hell yeah!"
Before that conversation, John definitely took it. I don't think it was.
I think he'd already taken it.
Oh yeah, it was definitely like
he'd already decided to.
It was It was kind of his way of telling Lamar, "Hey, I kind of took that."
I think he had already decided to. I don't think he had yet. I think he was trying to get that final confirmation of where if Lamar had said no, he would have maybe he still probably would have done it, but he would have maybe rethought it a little bit. But as soon as Lamar said yes, he said, "All right, I'm taking it."
Yeah,
exactly.
He was like, it was that final I just needed someone to tell me what I was doing. Yeah, so I need someone else to tell me what I'm doing was right.
Because I think that's the case with a lot of us. Before we make big decisions or monumental decisions that may change us or change our way of life, you go to find that rock and that source of comfort or affirmation saying, "Hey, what do you think about me doing this?" And it wasn't like him saying that. He's like, "What do you think?" About the situation, if you could take it, So I think he hadn't taken it then, but I think he was, of course, he was definitely considering it. But I think just getting that last bit of affirmation from his partner and from his rock and from his best bud, he was like, "Yeah, okay, let's do this."
I think it's important to point out that after John Walker lost his best friend, he completely went berserker and killed an unarmed guy. And Captain America went through the same thing when Bucky died.
True.
Bucky died. He did not know Bucky lived. He thought his best friend died, and obviously he got to fight the Nazis and stuff, and obviously he's fighting Nazis, but
so wow, Colton,
it's like he handled that a lot better than John Walker did.
True, but John killed a terrorist. You call him a guy, but he was a terrorist.
Tillman. Carly says it. When Sarah goes, you're the leader of those terrorists I done heard about. And Carly says, revolutionaries, depending on whose side you're on.
And the terrorists would say the same thing.
Okay, if you're going to label any of them as being the terrorist of the group, it's only Carly is the only one, because she's the only one who's killed
Walker.
No, I know. But I'm saying the terrorist of the Flag Smashers, if you're going to pick one, is Carly.
Yeah, but who follows her?
She has killed the most.
Like that other dude was pretty innocent. He's done nothing wrong.
From what we saw. So from what we see,
they were taking supplies.
What we saw, but they follow her. Therefore, they're a part of her cause. Therefore, they associate themselves with her. Therefore, I will label them with her. That's just me, though.
That is just you, though.
But no, it's not okay to kill any. That dude should not have been killed. He was unarmed. I know, and I just remember, it's a show. But I'm just like, hey, the man laid the bed for himself. I'm just sorry.
He was in the same room as a guy who got his friend killed. So therefore he should die.
Why'd
you put yourself there? You should be in school, getting a degree.
Fuck off.
No, literally, you put yourself in a situation and look what happens. If he had never tried to join this, but you know what? I can't say that because
never tried to change the world.
Yes, I come from a different background, so like if I was talking to somebody like that, like they said, you don't know us, you don't know what we've had to go through, so I can't put myself in that
position. And we got like a little bit more of what Carly was talking about with like she said she'd felt like they'd been chosen, the people that she took the serum with, because like how else would all of them been assigned there at the same time, So like we got another example of how the blip helped displace people who didn't have a home. They gave them homes because half the people were gone, And so she said she felt like they'd been chosen, and I liked that. I liked that she felt like it was like prophetic, but that also gives it that like religious zealot type vibe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Usually wars that involve religion don't turn out the best.
And I don't think this actually revolves around religion, but it is a belief in an idea. One world, no borders,
Yeah.
And she gave one hell of a speech at Mama Danya's funeral. I ain't even gonna cap. That was a good speech.
Exactly. And we have to remember that she's human, and she's seen her fair share of, like I said, different background than people in America or whatnot. We always say that's a first world problem or a third world problem. They're probably facing more third world problems. But like, do we? I just want to talk a little bit about Carly and the fact that we see these humanizing moments of her, but we also see these she's about business moments and she's serious and she's like dangerous. So did we like think that she was actually like? Would she hurt Sam's sister? And like, or was that like she said she was just like trying to show how serious she was? But we think that she's capable of doing that if it came to that.
I think she's capable of it, and I think she could do it, but I don't think she will do it. I think that she does have enough passion for the revolution in her heart that if it came to that, and if she felt like she needed to do it for the cause, but if it's not required for her cause right now, she's not going to partake in it, So that threat I think that threat was just a veil to get Sam there. That's all. Yeah. But like he had to go because his family was threatened.
I mean, will we say that the blowing up of that building was for the cause because of the fact that she was trying to send a message? Like, will we put that in the category of?
That's way different. That is way different.
Yeah, she's trying to send it's for the cause. She's trying to send a message. But like, she even says it to Falcon. Like in this, she's like, "You're not hiding behind a shield. If I were to kill you, it would mean nothing."
Mm-hmm.
She has no motivation to kill.
Carly going for Sam's family, like that is not on the same level as blowing up the building.
Yeah,
like Carly's making an empty threat. She's making the threat, but like she's not actually planning on following through with hurting Sam's family.
Hey,
like
is killing innocent people in both categories the same thing, Joseph? I just need to know.
Okay, but she planned to blow up that building. She did not plan. She's not planning to kill Sam's family.
I'm a very literal person. Miles will tell you so. But okay, I just want to touch base on Carly because she'll switch it between. We see humanizing moments of villains all the time, and so like. Right. I think it's important to talk about.
I'm still firmly in the camp that I like Carly. Obviously, she's done some fuck shit. I like her a whole lot more than John Walker. Because, I mean, she has a cause, She was doing it for something. He did that for revenge, retaliation, for his own therapy, basically, because this guy was not the person who killed his friend. This was just a guy. He was so angry that he was like, you know what? I need to kill right now.
He needs to get that adrenaline rush.
Exactly.
True.
He got bloodthirsty because he was
that adrenaline rush. Imagine how much adrenaline was rushing through his veins right there.
Well, that's what's crazy is after he stood up, the way that he like put that shield back on his arm and like stood there, it was like he took pride in what he just done. Like it wasn't like a oh shit, what have I done? It was like a fuck yeah, you all saw that shit.
Mm-hmm. That man
know what it is.
That man John said, "Who's next? Go."
Exactly. That's the thing. I think this man is just going to be like, anyone who I am insecure towards, you're dying. Okay.
Yep. And that's what I'm excited about seeing is not more people dying unarmed, but just the fact just the fact of John. We're going to see this change in character, the aggressiveness of John, just like he said, stay out of my way, which he had nothing to back that up. He's a weak ass human. Like, he can't do nothing. Like, come on, man. But now he got guns.
Weak ass human.
Yeah. He's gonna be like, stay out of my way. Krypton.
Man, I think I have a new favorite ginger in the world, though.
Who's that?
I think it is Carly, the actress.
Erin Kellyman.
I think she's my new favorite ginger. I'm trying to think of any other ginger that I'd put above her. I don't think I'd have any other gingers. Maybe Chuck Norris, but who can beat Chuck Norris? Like, it's kind of hard to beat Chuck Norris.
I think Erin Kellyman could, but
dude, she's hotter than Chuck Norris. That's for sure. I gotta thank for gingers, boys. I'm sorry.
That girl
had to throw it out there. You're welcome to the world. Now you know.
Yo, Carly Morgenthau is a phenomenal character, and Erin Kellyman has been killing it in the role. Like, she is, and that's what's been phenomenal about this show too, is that the acting has been great alongside its pretty great story too. Like, I didn't expect much from this series. I was I kind of go into all these Marvel projects with my expectations low, just in case. And at my heart, I know for sure that I'm always gonna love it, but it's just a matter of how much I'm gonna love it. You know what I'm saying? And I really, really, really enjoy this show. Like, this is a phenomenal watch.
Do you think
I can't wait for when it's all out and I can just watch 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that's that.
Do you think that Carly's character was made before they chose the actress, or do you think choosing her specifically made Carly this role of, you're not necessarily the villain, but you're the leader of this group, from her Star Wars role? Like, I don't know. I think this is her role. Like, that's what she's played, is you're not really the villain.
The revolutionary type.
Yes. Yeah. Like, this is her role.
What's also interesting is that the Flag Smasher in Marvel Comics is Carl Morgenthau. So it bears the question whether they planned from the start that this was not going to be a guy anymore. They were going to make her Carly Morgenthau, or if they just had open auditions and whoever was the best, it was going to be Carl or Carly. Wow. I don't know.
But I'm glad they picked her.
I am too. She's phenomenal.
Really good at the role. Yeah, she's really good. But
wow. Sebastian Stan killing it as Bucky. Anthony Mackie killing it as Sam. And Daniel Bruhl as Zemo, just
vibing.
Chef's kiss. Chef's kiss.
He's thriving in the role.
Dude, it's just a pure enjoyment from a Marvel fan standpoint. It's right down the middle for them. It feels like this is exactly what they should be doing and what they are doing. Like, obviously WandaVision was a big swing and it knocked it out of the park. And I would love to see more crazy, weird, artsy shit like that. But I'm always cool with this. Settling back in and getting a little bit of a little good messaging at me, peppering me with some good vibes, then hammering the way on people's dead bodies, And
then darkness. Yeah, just darkness.
Yeah, just darkness.
Dang,
but
rest in peace, Battlestar, man. Rest in peace to that man.
I liked Lamar, it's a shame.
I thought he was going to be like a new Avenger character. Like, I thought we were going to be with him long term.
I did too.
Yeah, didn't turn out that way.
He did have that type of name though. You had that type of name where you thought he was about to be something.
I completely disagree.
So hopeful too, the way he chimed into conversations and was like, "I'm Battlestar," he was like, "I'm gonna be a superhero because my partner's Captain America," which is that's a pretty cool ticket to the top. Your boy's Captain America, so you get to just be by his side. That's pretty badass.
As soon as he was first introduced and he said my superhero name is Battlestar, I said, "You're not surviving this TV show." There's no fucking chance Battlestar becomes a new Avenger.
I didn't think he'd become a new Avenger.
Maybe they went through a name-changing process.
He's definitely
no. Once you pick your name, you're set in stone for eternity. No one gets to change names.
One other thing I liked about this episode, like I know how we talked about Lamar when John asked him if he would take the serum. He was like, hell yeah. But when Zemo asked Sam, he's like, have you ever been offered? And he's like, no. He said, would you take it if you had? And he's like, no. And he's like, immediate answer, no hesitation, impressive. Which means he's thought about it.
Oh, yeah, definitely thought about it.
Of course you've thought about it. You've been around Captain America. You're his partner. Of course you've thought about the super serum.
That man thought about it since he overlapped him 3 times.
The first time he's like, damn, I need some of that.
On your left.
This man hit him with the third on your left, and that was raps.
The second one was probably already. He started thinking about it. Maybe the first one, even. He's like, damn, this dude's moving fast. I want some of that.
No, but like it really is that like he even, the guy who got brutally murdered was talking about how he idolized Captain America when he was younger. He actually liked him. He thought he stood for something good, but those times are past. There's not a Nazi to go against,
True.
There's not someone who is blatantly murdering people so broad.
There's not a Hitler type.
There's not a Hitler type beat going on. You know what I'm saying? Like
pretty easy to hate Hitler.
Yeah, exactly. And so he says, like, people need a hero they can believe in. He said he didn't believe there could be another Cap until he met Carly. They need a hero. They need a hero who looks like them, who knows. And he was even with her in that he knew she had to get her hands dirty. He was like, heroes today can't necessarily do the job and keep their hands clean, which is massively ironic considering what happens to him later.
I'm glad you brought it up because I was he had to go.
Is this a foreshadow of now Carly will like stop at nothing to fulfill the role of being the new Cap? Like, because the guy that told her to do this, saying like, we look at you as our Cap, saying like, and then he dies, she's going to be like, okay, well, I'm going to honor his, his death.
I don't think she's doing that much of a pivot, I don't think this revolutionary girl who wants one world without borders is all of a sudden going to be like, fuck it, I'm Captain America.
Maybe it's like the Darksaber now. Like, she defeats John Walker and then is like, I'll take that now. Thank you. I mean,
who knows? I mean, I'm excited. That's all. I just know the last 2 episodes are going to fucking slap. The showrunner says the next episode is supposed to be the best of the series, so I'm extremely excited for that. Anything else you guys want to talk about in this episode?
All good.
What an episode, man.
What an episode indeed. So, this was the Penny Bloom podcast. We talked about the Falcon and Winter Soldier. I was Colton Robertson. I was joined by Tillman McClooney. Thank you very much, buddy.
Happy to be here.
Happy that you were here, buddy. And thank you, Joseph George.
Wow. Thank you for allowing me to be here.
I mean, absolutely. Thank you, Miles Buttress.
Hey, I mean, anytime, man.
Next week, even. Perhaps,
Maybe.
Mayhaps, if you will. Next week. But, again, this was the Penny Bloom podcast. Rate and review 5 stars. Leave a little sentence review about why you like the show. Follow on Twitter at Penny Bloom Pod, on Instagram at Penny Bloom Podcast. And remember, peace, love, and bloom. And always praise Keanu Reeves.